Greetings, welcome to CSS503 Online Async Edition. This is a continuation of the CSS courses 501 and 502. Is it the best of the three? I'm too humble to say so. I like it the best. The material to me is quite fascinating. What are we going to cover? Well, first we're going to focus on operating systems. In fact, through the whole course we're focusing on operating systems. This includes processes, threads, mutexes, exclusion, scheduling, who gets to run when, file systems, how they work, virtual memory as well as main memory, how does physical memory map to virtual memory, and networking. I like operating systems because that's where I started working. So I started my career working on an operating system called AIX, which is a Unix-based operating system, which was a forefront runner in the Unix wars of the 90s. I've also worked on Linux, worked on OS/2, probably not heard of that one, and some microkernels as well. So I have a deep love for operating systems. Currently, I'm working in the cloud and some other systems types offerings. In addition to operating systems, this course is going to deal with parallel programming, the idea of having multiple threads of execution and how you deal with sharing resources across these multiple threads of execution. So you'll learn about systems, but you'll also become a better programmer, both from a design as well as a debugging point of view. Some of the programs are quite complex, and so I think you'll find them challenging as well as rewarding. Let's talk a little bit about the mechanics of the class itself. I've broken up the class into modules, and I think there's 9 total modules, which is about 1 a week. The module consists of some PowerPoints. They consist of a bunch of videos that I've created, some discussion threads that we'll have, some labs, some videos, as I talked about, also some programs you have to do, and readings. Lots of readings. This course is heavy on readings because of the textbook. We use this Silberschatz Operating Systems textbook, edition 10. This is an excellent book. It's a classic in operating systems. Anybody who studied operating systems probably at one time or another looked and read this book itself. I do suggest that you read all of it. It's fairly verbose, but it's very well written. I used to read certain chapters to my kids to help them get to sleep at night. You might find it enjoyable as well. Each module will also have a quiz, and at the end it'll be in Canvas and you'll take the quiz. So break things up into modules. I'll release the module usually at the beginning of the week. As we go along, we'll figure out how people are moving along to figure out if we need to slow down or speed up. We'll have a lot of communication back and forth relative to the speed of the course. Let's talk about grades. The course consists of 3 major components for your grades. The first are exams. We'll have 2 exams. We'll have a midterm and we'll have a final. Each of those are worth 20%. So 40% of your grade are exams. Next, programs. We have 4 programs that you'll do. Each of these have to be done individually, and that will take up 35% of your grade. So between the exams and the programs, that's 75% of your grade. The last 25% of your grade is this bucket of things that include homeworks, quizzes, labs, as well as discussions. We'll have some graded discussions and some non-graded discussions. So that mix of points makes up 25% of your grades. Okay, let's talk a little bit about how to succeed in this course. This course moves fast. As you've probably noticed from 501 and 502, we cover a lot of material pretty quickly. Some of this material may be new to you. Well, I expect most of it will be new to you. But the way we approach the material may be a little new because it's not just about writing programs, it's about how the underlying system itself works. And so there's some pretty deep concepts here and some really beautiful engineering, hopefully, that you'll like. Like most learning experiences, you have to work at it and you'll have to spend some time. So please make sure that you set aside the time needed in order to succeed. Success looks like doing the programs, spending the time on the programs, doing the readings, watching the videos, and doing problems. I'll assign a number of problems, but I would encourage you to do even more problems that are in the book itself. Okay, how do you get a hold of me? We'll be in touch throughout the quarter. I'll be putting out announcements, maybe some informal videos like this one. I will also respond to emails, and I try to respond to all emails within 24 hours. So feel free to send me an email whenever you like. I'll try to get to it within 24 hours. I'll have office hours twice a week, and Carl will have office hours twice a week. My office hours will be structured in a way where I'll lecture for the first half hour fairly informally, and then the next half hour I'll take questions from students. All of these office hours are recorded, and so if you can't make them, that's fine. You can just look at the recordings if you find them useful. If you're interested in learning more about a certain topic, shoot me an email, and I'll spend some time in the office hours lecturing about that particular topic. I truly hope you find this material useful. I find it incredibly practical as well as essential to become a computer scientist. So I look forward to working with you this quarter, and best wishes.